To perform an automatic calibration of the SENSIT GOLD G2, we will need the instrument itself, the cal station with instrument hose and a fresh air hose, and the calibration gas with regulators and cal adapters. This is a 4-gas instrument, so we will need a combination bottle of 2.5% by volume methane and 100 parts per million CO, air balance, attached to both the black and yellow inlets of the cal station through a Y adapter, a bottle of 100% by volume methane attached to the red inlet, a bottle of 25 parts per million hydrogen sulfide, air balance, attached to the orange inlet, and if we were calibrating propane, we would need a bottle of 1.1% by volume propane, air balance, attached to the white inlet. To begin, ensure that the cal station is plugged in and is displaying SMART-CAL Ready on the screen, and power on the G2 by pressing and holding the A button until the SENSIT logo appears. Allow the instrument to complete the entire warm-up cycle and arrive at the working display. After the warm-up process has completed, allow the instrument to warm up for an additional 5 minutes before calibrating. Ensure that all of our regulators are on and gas is flowing. Attach the instrument hose to the end of the gooseneck, and ensure that that hose is not blocking the optical path between the instrument and the cal station. Fully seat the instrument into the cradle of the cal station and enter into SMART-CAL mode by pressing and holding the A button for approximately 2 seconds and then releasing. SMART-CAL will be displayed on the screen, and we can now begin the calibration process by pressing and releasing the calibrate button on the cal station. It will display that our device has been found. It will do a flow check, followed by a 60-second purge. After the purge has been completed, the instrument will auto-zero and the calibration process will start. The first gas is 2.5% by volume methane, both for the internal TC sensor and the LEL sensor at the end of the gooseneck. On the display of the instrument itself, we'll have a number at the bottom of the screen. This number is the raw output of the sensor and is useful for troubleshooting if any issues should occur. After each calibration has passed, saved will be displayed on the instrument and passed will be displayed on the cal station. 100 parts per million CO is now being calibrated. Followed by 25 parts per million H2S. Followed by 100% by volume methane. And finally a brief O2 test, since this instrument is equipped with an O2 sensor. Calibration is now passed. We can exit out of the calibration mode on the cal station by pressing and releasing the clear button. And the instrument will be returned to the working display. We can remove our instrument hose and allow the instrument to clear out before powering down. The cal station cannot automatically calibrate for both methane and propane. And if we would like to change which gas it's calibrating to, we need to change the gas type in the instrument to reflect that. To do so, enter into the user menu by pressing and holding the B button, and scroll through this menu by pressing and releasing the C button until gas type appears. Select by pressing and releasing the B button, and at the bottom of the screen the current gas type selected will be displayed, which is natural gas in this case. If we like to select propane, we can press and release the C button, and then exit back to the working display by pressing and releasing the A button. In the upper left, we now have PRO, indicating that propane is the selected gas type, and the cal station will calibrate for that gas. To verify the calibration date, enter into the user menu by pressing and holding the B button until user menu is displayed, and scroll through this menu by pressing and releasing the C button until cal log appears. Select by pressing and releasing the B button, and a list of the most recent calibration date for each sensor or gas type will be displayed. We can exit out of this by pressing and releasing the A button, and again to return to the working display.